Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Luna and I make Animal Crossing videos every single week. So if you're into Fairycore or decorating videos or Animal Crossing in general, maybe consider subscribing to join our little AC family. Last week we decorated this transitional area that I've been trying to decorate for a while now and finally did. I absolutely love how it turned out. If you're interested in how I created this, I'll leave a link to this video in the time cards on top that will take you straight to that video. In today's video, we will be decorating my campsite area. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So here's the area that I will be decorating. We will be decorating this entire thing. I will be putting my campsite at the bottom and I'll also be creating a lot of waterfalls and adding rivers down here. I'm going to give you guys a closer look of this area in case you want to recreate this for your island. I know for me this helps out a lot so I can pause and come back to it and I can easily count how much space I need. Later on when I create the cafe bookstore, which will be right after this video hopefully, I'm going to be adding some cliffs with waterfalls in the back and I might close up the back a little bit, but for now I was like, let me just create the sunken campsite so that I can get my campsite off of my beach. I was going to put my campsite on the beach, but I feel like I've done that so many times and I wanted to do something a little bit different, which I've been doing a lot of different things for this island. Sometimes I get bored of the same things and I want to experiment and see what fits and what doesn't. I was going to add a staircase here, but I figured that I would just add a ladder against the cliff since my villagers don't really need to come down to this area since I'm the only one that really gets to come down here and actually interact with the campsite. And then I figured let me just add a ladder against the cliff and save myself a staircase. I've already used 8 staircases and 8 bridges, so I'm down to my last 2 for each. So I'm just trying to be a little bit smart with them. If I don't need to use it, I'll try not to use it. And I'm almost done with my island. I still need to do my beaches, but I legit only have a small amount of space left, so I'm pretty excited to get close to finishing this island. I feel like I might be able to finish this island by the end of this year and start the new one by January, which is crazy. I'm definitely going to be touring some islands while I get my new island up and ready. So if you want me to tour your island, I have a form in the description below where you can fill it out and I'll go through it and pick some islands to tour. I love touring islands. You guys are so creative. It's insane how creative you guys are. So make sure to fill out that form so I can explore your island and see a different island that's not mine for once. I know I just added a second player, but I think I might add a third player just because I have the space and I think I might turn it into a flower shop, so stay tuned for the third player. But yeah, I'm just adding some ponds here. I felt like it looked a little bit empty here, so I'm just going to connect the waterfall that I have up here and create some floating islands just so that it can look cute on the map. If I didn't add these rivers here, it would just look like a giant hole on the map, but now that I added the rivers, it looks a lot better. I'm going to show you guys an updated map in the next video because I completely forgot to show you guys in this video. Once I finish carving out this section, I'm going to show you guys how every single section looks so that way you guys can have a better idea of how everything looks. So here's how the first section looks, which is the area that we just did. I just carved out some water and created these blobs. I like them because you can add trees and flowers or whatever you want on them and they'll make the area look nice. And here's the second area. I just created some little rivers and a little piece of land. This is also next to my fairy village. This is how the entire sunken area looks. I'm going to be putting the campsite where I'm sitting down and I'll be filling this up with a bunch of flowers, trees, and I just love how there's so many butterflies just flying around. And here's a closer view of this section. I feel like you couldn't really see it, so I'm giving you guys a down view. So I'm going to be placing my campsite and then I'm going to start decorating. Usually I would time travel until there's a campsite villager, but this time I didn't have a villager and I like to have one in the campsite visiting so that I can see how the entire area looks. So I decided to grab a random amiibo and I invited this villager. If you're wondering, it's Callie. I didn't even know I had her amiibo until I just put my hand in my little bag and I grabbed one out. She's so cute and not talked about enough. There are so many underrated villagers in my opinion. You guys know my favorite villager of all time is Marshall, but if he didn't exist in this game and I had to pick a villager that is not a popular villager, which is hard because there are so many cute villagers that I wish I could have on my island, but if I had to choose, I really want Caroline and Hopkins. I need to get them on one of my future islands because they're just so cute. I haven't really heard people talk about them as much, but I think they're really cute. Let me know in the comments what your underrated villager is. There are so many out there that I really don't hear about while because they get overshadowed by all of the popular villagers. And my goal is to have all of the villagers on my island, even if it's autofilled or I have them permanently on my island. I want to get them, get their photo, and then kick them out. But let me know your favorite villager or underrated villager so that I can write them in my little notebook for future islands. Funny thing about this build is I changed that tree stump 3 times. The first one was that I put this hardwood tree, but since we are in the cherry blossom season, it's a darker hardwood and I didn't like how thick it was or the color, and I thought maybe it was because it was a darker wood, so I went back and removed it and added a fruit tree instead, but I didn't like it either, so I removed it for the smaller tree stump and I ended up liking it a lot better. I was going to change it for the large hardwood tree and then chop it down and see if I like that tree stump better, but I got tired of removing trees and destroying them, so the little tree stump it is. And then I'm just going to be filling up this space with my favorite custom designs, which if you're curious on any of the design codes that I use in this video, I do have a video up on my channel with all of the designs. I'll leave the link to that video in the time cards on top, and I'll also leave the link in the description below. So once I finish decorating this area, I'm going to make my way to the top area where I created all of the rivers and decorate that area too. Like I mentioned earlier in this video, hopefully in the next video I have my cafe bookstore house ready. I'm going to be placing that one behind this area and I'll be decorating the little land bridge that you see here. I thought the area behind this campsite was perfect for the bookstore because next to this area is the museum. I thought the area behind the campsite was perfect for the bookstore because next to this area is the museum. So once you go to the museum and you come out and make your way over here, you can go straight to the bookstore. And then after that, I only have my house left to move, which I have an idea for my house. I'm probably not going to do too much, but I might end up doing too much, but we'll see. I may or may not add a third house. I'm still debating on that, but I might do it just because I want to give you guys more areas to explore when you come to visit. But yeah, we're almost done with this build. I'm just going to be decorating this area and then making my way around the left side and decorating it, filling it in with some flowers, bushes, some cute items, and then once I finish adding all of the good stuff, I'm going to show you guys how this whole section looks. So here's how the entire area looks. Super obsessed with it. I love how it turned out. It's so cute and it's such a secret area too because only you and your friends can come here. And here's how it looks from up here. All of the waterscaping just makes this area feel so relaxing and all of the flowers make it look like a pink wonderland. And here's how it looks on the left side. I didn't do too much decorating over here because I might change up some stuff over here in the future, but I just wanted to show you guys how it looks. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the builds and the video, let me know by hitting the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, consider subscribing to join our little AC family. Don't forget to have your post notifications on so you don't miss out on any future videos. I love you all so much. Take care and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!